Hello, and welcome to the next ReeVlog. This is a different angle to usual, but I am in the bedroom as usual. This is the bed frame that I have covered a lot of the headboard with cloths and such, so that less light gets to my eyes whilst I'm asleep. When the morning comes, or as the case will be during summer, when I try to sleep before the sun sets. Even though, one moment, I've got these bad boys, which are earphones on either side, little speakery things around here, adjustable, and eye mask, all in one. It's great. I can just barely see my finger. Ah, hello. Love it. But why am I vlogging? Excellent question. One of the reasons I'm re-upping my safeguarding stuff, and I forgot. I did it last year, but was it last year? The year before? I don't know. I think it was the year before, which is why I have to re-up it, because you've got to do it every 2 years. Bloody depressing. You hear about all these terrible tales about where safeguarding was required. It's like, I'm aware these things happen. You don't need to remind me. The world's a grim enough place as it is. Also, I was able to get my bracelet on properly, so now it won't just fall off. I had to undo a little Allen key on there, and then really crank it so that it would make enough space to get an extra twist in. But it works, which I'm very happy about. But I remember now, the main reason that I decided to do this vlog was to complain a little bit, not about the NHS in general, but about a specific thing to do with them. I had a call with the doctor last Friday, and towards the end of it, I asked whether I could get more inhalers, because I need more inhalers. Might have a little counter in, at least the pink ones do, and it had something like 28 puffs left. And I'm meant to use it twice a day with 2 puffs every time I use it, so that's not going to last very long. And they said, yeah, sure, no worries, but I'm going to book you in for an asthma review, so that we can make sure you're getting the correct things. And I was like, yeah, no, that's fine. That evening, I got a text from the doctor saying, hey, you need to give us a ring to book in your asthma review. And I'll admit, I forgot about that until yesterday. But then I tried to call them yesterday during their work hours, and I was greeted with one of those robo messages, as you usually get these days. And it was like, yeah, if you don't have internet access, and need help with a form, press 1. If you need help with an online form, press 2. And there was no other option, so I waited, and it said, your call cannot be transferred. Please try again later. I was like, right. So I tried again today and got the exact same thing happen. So I'm going to try and do the online form, but it's really dumb, because they sent me a message saying something like, our records indicate that it's time you have an asthma review. Please call this number in order to book it in with one of our respiratory nurses, or whatever it is. And then I call that number, and I can't book it in. That's highly frustrating for me. But whilst I'm doing this, I would also like to have a wee ramble, if I may, about Warhammer 40,000. Yeah. So, whilst I've been doing my safeguarding, there's been a lot of really, really dull and kind of pointless webinars. About 3 hours worth of webinars that I had to sit through. So, like a good university has taught me, I looked up stuff that I was actually interested in and just paid attention in case there was anything that might be important come up in the webinar. And so I've been looking into it, and as always, love the Space Wolves. Very good. But also, I looked into them a little bit more keenly. So, Logan Grimnar, Great Wolf, what a guy. Bloomin' chopped into Angron. I think it was Angron. Might have been Lorgar? I don't know. One of the traitor Primarchs. He just went quack. Not like a duck. Like more like a thwack, I suppose. Which, that's pretty good. Then he might be surpassed by Njal, Jal, Yal, whatever his name is, Stormcaller, who is a rune priest, I think, like a ridiculously overpowered rune priest who is apparently one of the most powerful psychers in the Imperium. I'm assuming that is the modern Imperium, not the history of the Imperium, because the history of the Imperium has my boy Malcador the Sigillite. I don't think that anyone's topping that guy anytime soon. However, that's pretty good. They've got Logan Grimnar, who, went to war effectively with an Imperial fleet, complete with Grey Knights and the Blood Corsairs? I don't know, a Space Marine chapter of some sort that was helping out the Inquisition, because he was like, no, I don't agree with what you're doing here. Get wrecked. And made them give up, effectively. He was going to kill everyone who had attacked his homeworld, and then was like, nah, bro. So one of his, Wolfguard, or one of the other Wolflords, was like, dude, chillax. We got this. Let him go. And so he did, and the only thing that they got out of it was their lives. But yeah, he's ridiculously overpowered. And then Stormcaller maybe even better at general combat with strategy and skill. Not to mention the fact that he's a ridiculously powerful psyker that managed to, with a psychic attack, destroy a greater demon and then the rest of the hordes of lesser demons, because he was mad. And then there's your boy, Ragnar Blackmane, who I read the Space Wolf Omnibus and Space Wolf Second Omnibus, still got him. What a guy. The most prodigious Space Wolf potentially ever. Now a Primaris, so has that extra healing factor as well. Youngest Wolflord of all time, only one to have never been a Greymane first, went straight from being a Bloodclaw to a Wolfguard to a Wolflord. Ain't no Longfang. Also served in the Wolfblades, House Belisarius, with no connection to Belisarius Call, it would seem. I looked into it. Yeah, they're on a guard where he got the first Frostblade given to him. Dude is strang. He also decapitated Gazkul Thraka, who somehow survived. Somehow. And, yeah. Those three alone, crazy. But then they've got, I think it's Björn the Fell-Handed, a dreadnought from the Great Crusade, like the original one, with the Emperor and that. So he's fought alongside the Emperor and the Russ. Now, I know that a lot of chapters get bigged up a lot, and the Space Wolves are like the go-to. But I can see why, because the Ultramarines are pretty normal, and then you have the Grey Knights, Ultimate Demon Hunters. They're all psychers, etc., and they're all elite level soldiers. The Space Wolves just tore through them. Then you've got other big chapters that I definitely remember the name of. I do not, but that's fine. Yeah. Just crazy. Anyway, I'm really struggling to figure out how to easily do this. So I'm going to finish the vlogging now and crack on with actually working. Because I've still got to do my first aid upping. Even though that lasts 3 years, so that'll be fine until next year. It's with a different service now. And hopefully that's the service that I'll be using going forward. So I want to have it that I do it all every 2 years. That way the first aid will be every 2 years, which means it'll definitely be done before the 3rd year, and so on. So I hope you all have wonderful days, and I will catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.